This is KUGAN CASSIUS for Rifle TV in association with MTK Global at the press conference here for Bellew versus Haye, May the 5th at the O2. Just jetting from New York, Eddie Hearn.
Yeah.
Straight from New York here.
Yes. You said that twice.
No, I'm just making a point. It's
yes.
Dedication, hard work.
This is what we do. This is what we do. We out hustle them, we out work them, we out grind them.
What did you make of the press conference today?
Interesting. I thought you see one man who has been told or thinks that he must not lose his rag in the build-up to this fight in Bellew-Haye, and another guy who's exactly the same as always, Tony Bellew. It was quite amusing at points. They've shared a ring together. They've been through the build-up before, which was very emotional and violent, and I don't think they're prepared or feel the need to do that again. It's a really good fight. First time round, no one gave Tony a chance. Second time round, I can't see anything but a Tony Bellew victory. Bellew-Haye doesn't have the confidence and the aura that he used to have. And I remember being around Bellew-Haye, I mean particularly the Audley Harrison fight, I didn't have a clue and I was shitting myself. I was sitting at that press conference table, I was looking at Bellew-Haye, I got in the ring with Audley Harrison and then Haye came out. And I looked at Haye and I thought, fuck me. I don't feel that anymore. He doesn't have the same confidence. He doesn't have the same aura. He's not a broken man, but he was this geezer that was the dog's bollocks. He was a unified heavyweight champion of the world, cruiserweight champion of the world. I'm the haymaker, and I don't see that anymore. I see a more mature guy who's mellowed out, who's got a lot of things going on in his life with his business ventures and promotional duties, and that is why this horrible scouser over here, he will fight till the end. When you talk about dog fights, trust me when I say, if it all went off, there's no one I would like more by my side. Neil's got the ump now, look, big Neil's got the ump, he's thinking, what about me? Than Bellew. And I just feel like that's the difference, and I think this is going to be a really interesting fight early doors. I think Haye's not going to want to make the same mistakes. I think he's going to maybe box to his old style. He's going to try and set traps and counter punch. But Bellew's smart. Then it's going to kick off, all hell's going to break loose, and they're going to go at it. And if they go at it, and when they go at it, that is when the fat geezer from Liverpool takes over. Because that's what he does best. And I can't see anything but a Tony Bellew knockout in this fight. I think Bellew-Haye is going to end it on his stall after about 10 or 11 rounds. That is my prediction for this fight.
Okay.
Not because I don't think he has heart, because he showed unbelievable heart, by the way, in the first fight. Just because he'll be losing the fight and he will realise it's over. The career ends on May the 5th. That is what I believe. And it's not a celebration. That's just what I believe.
Does it concern you that whether the fight will actually happen or not?
No, it's 10 weeks out. You can tell by Haye's in great shape. His arm's doing all the things that he needs to do. He's starting sparring next week. Anything can happen in boxing. You know, you saw Groves' arm pop out. He could break his hand in sparring. He's fighting. But no, I'm very confident. I think Haye knows as well that if he don't make May the 5th, it's over anyway. So we'll see. I'm very, very confident they will get in the ring in good health. And for your entertainment, put on a great all-British fight.
Have you got any undercard updates for May the 5th?
There's a lot going on. So obviously Bellew-Haye's been chasing Chisora around for the Joe Joyce fight, and if he don't get that, they're looking at some serious guys for Joe Joyce. I like the way they're stepping him up so quickly. Not the last fight, but I mean Lewinson on a debut was real smart matchmaking. Possibility of KUGAN Charlie Edwards, possibly. Looking at John Ryder against Jamie Cox as well on the card. Some other big world title action. Might be trying to do Paul Butler against Emmanuel Rodriguez for the IBF bantamweight title on the card as well. So it's going to be a big card for this one. And first announcements will come beginning next week.
You've just come back, obviously, again, for the third time I've mentioned this, from New York. You had a press conference yesterday. Notice you didn't invite me out there, or...
Well, you were busy, weren't you? What were you doing yesterday?
What was I doing yesterday? I was with Carl Frampton.
There you go, you were busy. So what do we go for New York for, you know? It was great. Their sense of humour is completely different. It's a real tough crowd. I stood up and I went,
It's not a comedy act.
no, but it is though, because it's just public speaking, isn't it? But I stood up and I went, we have a saying in the UK of boxing porn. I said, there's 8 countries represented here. This is like international boxing porn, right? And I looked round and everyone was like that. I went, yeah, anyway. And then Keith Connolly, Danny Jacobs' manager, who's quite a cool dude. I went, now, there's not many people in boxing that are better looking than me. I said, but here's one of them, Keith Connolly. Honestly, everyone's like, oh my God, I can't believe he said that. So, you know, I'm not sure what they think of me over there.
Maybe rewrite the scripts for your next press conference.
Yeah. I'm not sure what they think of me over there, but it was good. I'm really looking forward to it. Sulecki is a real test for Jacobs. I put it on Peter Nelson a little bit. I said, we want Canelo GGG winner. That's why we're here. That's why we signed with HBO. Let's do it. But he was right in what he said. Jacobs has got to make a statement against Sulecki. Big fight for Jarrell Miller. You know, if we don't get the Wilder fight on, and Miller looks good against the Halpus, which is a tough fight, that could be next for AJ in the States as his debut. Katie Taylor, unifying the division. She's a star, mate. I mean, they loved her. You know, it was really pleasing to see Katie on the top of this roof with the Empire State Building in the background. You know, it's good. And going to be making some interesting undercard announcements for April 28th in New York as well.
Involving your fighters?
New fighters that will be signing, and my fighters as well.
Who's signing?
You're going to see a lot of new signings coming over the next couple of months.
Established or?
Everything.
Yeah? International?
Everything.
All right. Don't build it up and then, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I saw some quotes you said about possibly in August Joshua to fight Miller.
Well, listen, we've got to get through March 31st.
Obviously.
It's Anthony would never look past March 31st, but that's my job. So we're looking, you know, the plan was always to box 3 times this year. At end of August is one of them, and then December is the third one. But anything could happen. First things first, Millennium Stadium, March 31st. Big unification fight, and I can't wait. I said to AJ the other day, it's a fight that I am really excited about. I actually want, you know, I want to get up and actually scream and shout for that fight, and I think you'll get to see it. And when I was in New York, I don't know, I've just come back.
Yeah,
this
you've
morning.
just come back this morning.
I was on a running machine, looking unbelievably buff, and I started thinking about the Klitschko fight, and I was thinking about other great nights that I've had, and I thought, I'd love to relive those nights, do you know what I mean? Because at the time, you don't really take it all in. But I think in this Parker fight, I think we're going to get to relive that Klitschko night. I think it's going to be a dangerous, explosive fight, and I think there's going to be a lot of ups and downs.
Okay. World Boxing Series, obviously, yeah. Callum Smith, new opponent.
Yeah.
The kickboxer, Holkson.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nightmare for the series, but it happens.
It happens.
And that was it's always a problem of this kind of format, but let's not take away what the start that the series has had, which is, you know, it's been great. And Callum's just got to stay focused now. He should beat this guy easily, take the money, and move on to the final against George Groves. Are you going out there?
James is going tomorrow. Are you going tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm going, yeah.
Are you on the old thing in the morning?
The old thingy?
The old
What, the ferry?
The old Stansted?
No, I'm not. I'm going out on Friday, I think.
Oh, okay. Yes, obviously, action from the weekend. Did you buy it?
I was round a friend's house, and we bought it. Well, he bought it.
Chipped in?
It was like living in 1980. He's picked up the thing, he's gone to press the button. I said, no, you have to input your viewing card details online. He says, are you having a fucking laugh? So we did all that, and then we paid for it, and then 20 minutes later it still hadn't come on, and then it eventually came on. But, you know, this pay-per-view game's tough. I mean, I've never seen so many tweets to me saying, we'll leave the pay-per-view to you, fatty. You know, and I think that the amount of refunds that people will be asking for is an administrative nightmare for ITV Box Office. And I think they're having to refund anybody that requests it because, again, you know, I don't know what the technical problems were, but like I said, I had to wait for it to come on, and you know, you don't buy the fight for just the main event, you buy it for the night or when you want to purchase it. So, but it's not easy, and the fight itself was a good fight. I enjoyed it. there's been a lot of negativity about the Eubanks, and you can't blame people because they give out the stick. You know, fighters who Junior's given stick to have come back and had their 10 pence worth. And I'd like to focus on a little bit of the positivity of Eubank's performance, which was he showed a lot of heart. He never gave up, but it's so bizarre that you can have someone that's achieved so much in boxing like Senior, and how can you think that he doesn't need a trainer? Like, he hits the pads with his friend, who's his security, just standing in front of it, and like, he has no foot movement, he has no head movement. He throws a bent arm jab, but it's remarkable what Chris Eubank Jr. has achieved and the level that he's got to by having no trainer. The most important thing for any fighter is to have a good trainer or the right trainer. And they've got Ronnie Davis, but the ignorance he's not even involved. I mean, you know, and then you see Senior in the corner. Like, that's what I said in the build-up to this fight, was I just feel like Groves and Shane McGuigan, who Shane done a great job, just outsmarted him. And it's not difficult to outsmart him. Anyone who moves their feet at world level will beat Chris Eubank Jr. But how they think they can't have a team around him. You know, he is a star. He's unbelievably entertaining to watch. But any world-class boxer will beat him. But he hasn't got a trainer. How do you get that far without a trainer? He's an internet fighter. Everything's on the back. Where's this coach telling him about his footwork or move or do this or do that? It's not. It's just a film me, film this, film this. You know, probably the biggest mistake they made was falling out with Adam Booth, because there's a trainer that could have taken him places. But he's 28 now, nearly 29, and if he don't change, he will never win a world title. But what he is, he's got plenty of arsehole, he's tough, and I respect him because at the end of the day, he's a silver spoon kid, like me. So to have the amount of arsehole that he's got, we should respect, because normally that's the kind of arsehole that you can't really breed, and it comes from the street, not from a silver spoon.
Do you ever think
You're a
back?
silver spoon kid, you know?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Go on.
What are you talking about, bruv?
Man, don't go road man on me, innit?
Big Shaq.
Yes. Man don't dance.
He's mates with Big Shaq.
He pretends he is. Yeah, so...
What, in hindsight, if the fight that they wanted you to make had happened, do you ever think back and think...
What, the Golovkin fight?
Yeah. What could have happened?
Well, they're so lucky that fight... I was told to make the Golovkin fight. I made it. They didn't want the fight. But now, I think sort of people must understand that they didn't really want the fight. They just, at the time, it was a good way to drum up some publicity.
He probably did.
Who?
Junior.
Yeah, Junior, listen,
Yeah.
Junior, the fighters fight anyone. But you can't put him in Golovkin. I mean, because he's too brave for his own good as well. But he's not technically good enough. It's not... I mean it to be a big criticism. It's not his fault. Someone needs to get hold of him and say, right, this is the guy. Go and work with him for 3 months. But all that's in their head is get back out. Oh, get some more money. Whoa. You do that, your whole career will pass you by, and you'll never achieve what you should have achieved. So, but again, and one thing, although I have back and forwards with the old man quite a bit, and I hope the old man listens now. I respected the dad because he told Junior straight.
When Chris said that he could have nicked the fight,
I felt like you lost the fight. It was a fair result, and that was what I'd hoped that my dad would say to me, which he would.
Yeah.
You know, Naz's comments absolutely hilarious. You're either good at boxing or you're not. But I think he went a bit. I think Naz just got carried away. I think he was obviously heard someone laughing in his ear in the studios, and he just thought this is great, and he just went for it. But he's a bit of a cult punditry hero now, isn't he?
There he is. Just get him in the sky.
Yeah, I'd quite like to. I think the TV guys won't want to use him again because he was well out there, wasn't he? But my favourite moment of Naz's commentary was when they went, Naz, going to wrap up now, anything to say? And he went, Which cameras? Alicia, I love you, baby, to his wife. It's fucking hilarious.
What, not brock them up?
No, but I don't know. He just went off on one, didn't he? But you know, massive credit to George Groves, because Groves, you know, he had the early stoppage against Froch. He had the defeat to Froch. The Badu Jack defeat, I thought, was the end of him. To come back, I really do respect George Groves, and I thought him and Shane did a brilliant job.
Do you think he'll be fit?
Not for June the 2nd.
No.
No, but they got. People talk about, we'll get a reserve in. Don't be silly. So who cares if the final's delayed by 2 months? People want to see Groves against Callum Smith, not someone else who's beaten a reserve and a reserve. Like, you know, I don't know why you feel the need. It has to be over on June the 2nd. Rubbish. It's the perfect fight. It's a good fight for the final. Just wait.
Well, you got something planned for June the 2nd?
Yeah. No, I've actually. But no, but don't you agree? Like,
yeah, if it's not Callum Smith, hopefully, obviously, and George Groves, then yeah, it's like, yeah, definitely. Any other news?
Next Gen this Sunday.
Yeah.
So we're going to Germany for the Callum Smith fight, and then flying back to Manchester. If you're in Manchester, get yourself down Victoria Warehouse. Lewis Ritson, big star, defending his British lightweight title against Manchester's Joe Murray. Got Jordan Gill fighting Jason Cunningham, eliminator for the British title. Kez Ashfaq making his debut. Natasha Jonas, Jose Burton, Marcus Morrison, Sam Hyde. Good card. And then next week, the big one. Can't wait. I'm so excited about this card. March 3rd, Kell Brook against Rabchenko. An absolute must-win for Kell. Brilliant undercard fight. Gamaliel fight against Gavin McDonnell. The Rhino going for the Commonwealth title against Leroy Thomas. Kid Galahad on the card, and then get home, back to the hotel, and stick the old Sky on for Wilder Ortiz. What a night! Shit.
What?
I forgot to make that pay-per-view.
What?
March 3rd. Oh, I've missed a trick there. Do you think we could have done it? Kell Brook, Rabchenko, Gamaliel fight against Gavin McDonnell, Dave Allen, Kid Galahad, not pay-per-view. Switch it over to New York for Wilder Ortiz and a big card there. Get away with it? Okay.
You're for the fans after all?
Yes, that's right. That's why I didn't make March the 3rd pay-per-view. I love you guys.
All right, anything else you'd like to add?
No.
All right, no problem. Eddie Hearn, we'll catch you. Well, James will probably catch you in Nuremberg before anything else, and I will see you in Manchester.
How'd you get there?
Huh?
How'd you get there?
What do you mean?
Nuremberg.
Fly. Cheers, Ed.